Bleak Faith Forsaken. My first impression after 3 hours in the game. The game came out today. Yet another Souls-like. Only this might be the worst Souls-like ever created. Not only that it's the worst Souls-like ever created, it's one of the worst games that I played in my life. Top 10 most disgusting games that I played in my life. It's a good contender for the first spot. And I'm dead serious. If I had to rate the game right now, after this 3 hours, if I can even call it a game, this would be the only game that I would give 0.2 or 0.3 out of 10 as the final verdict, as the final score. What is it? From where to begin? Story, completely confusing. I've been playing for 3 hours. I don't know what's happening. Like, literally, I don't know what's happening, why I'm killing stuff. What on fucking earth is happening in the game? Classic Souls-like concept for the story. Mysterious, but this is in the worst possible way. Bugs and optimization. Bugs galore, glitches, game-breaking bugs, awful hitboxes, and when I say awful, I mean awful. Input lag is probably the worst one I've seen in my life. You press a button, then something happens 15 seconds later, for not only in combat, if you want to climb a ladder or so, it happens, but 15 seconds later. That's the input lag. The same applies for mouse and keyboard and for a gamepad. Also, character X on its own. I'm literally not pressing a thing. He starts blocking or dodging or like it has a mind on its own, man. Performance, it's fine, I guess, but the entire game is freaking clunky. It's like I already said it during game time. It should have been closed beta, friends and family only. Then it should have been in open beta. Then it should have been in early access for $5, $10. It's not worth more. I mean, once it's fixed now, it's not worth zero. Okay, it's not worth. Even if someone pays you to play this game in this state, it ain't worth it. And then after the early access, it should have been in a full release. And what's even more hilarious, they released this game for $30. And you release for $30. I swear to God, it feels like they tested their programming skills. Like, let's create. How does he know? How do you know? This is what I talk about. Enemies can literally follow you through 3 different maps. And that guy spotted me from all the way up there. Okay. Non-stop something stupid like this will happen on every 3 minutes. Right? On every 3 minutes, something stupid like this is gonna happen. This would be the hitboxes, by the way, that I'm talking about. He swings and he doesn't know how to hit you. Same applies for every enemy. Your attacks pass through them. Their attacks, they pass through you, and goddamn, it's atrocious, okay? It's atrocious. Game time, I don't know how long this game is. I guess it's around 20-30 hours or so. With this performance and with so many problems, probably even more than 20-30 hours. But again, it's $30 and it feels like it's a closed beta. Like something that needs to be in development for at least 2 more years. As far as difficulty goes, it's non-existent. AI is brain dead, but your controls and the input lag will fuck you up and you're gonna die non-stop. It's clunky, movement is clunky. When you run, for example, you can rotate camera. Camera doesn't follow you when you run, so you need to press to run and to move analog stick with the same hand, which is impossible. Same applies for combat. For example, when you lock on an enemy, he wants to run on the left, but he doesn't want to run on the right. Or the opposite. Depends. There is no difficulty, just hilarious. Okay, if you want to have a good laugh, it's hilarious. But then again, it's also brain dead. It's stupid. I don't know how to call it, man. It's one of the worst things I played in my life. As far as maps and graphics go, graphics you can see it. It looks outdated, but I don't care about graphics if gameplay is good. In this case, we got big, huge open world maps. Okay, concept is like in Dark Souls 1, and that's the only thing I like. You start the game and you can go in 10 different directions. It's not linear. Like literally you can go into 10 different directions. The main problem is 90% of it is walking simulator where nothing happens. And 10% is the actual combat with brain dead enemies. There is no map, there is no world map. HUD completely broken. They use regular fonts in the game, like from the WordPad, and user interface is just straight up freaking disgusting, and even user interface lags. Okay, I was now, look, I'm not touching a thing. It switches on its own. Also, mega confusing user interface and everything that goes with it. Gameplay, wanna be Souls-like, but extremely, I can't exit, extremely bad. In every possible segment it's bad. There is parry in the game, for example. It's so freaking hilarious, man. You need to parry like 1,000 times in a row. Maybe you'll succeed once. Same applies for blocking, for, I don't know, for dodge, for roll. Just atrocious. Everything about it is atrocious. Exploration also, it's painful. Items are bland. Leveling doesn't exist. Okay, it doesn't exist. You just craft materials to upgrade items and you can buy some new movesets, but what's the freaking point when everything is broken? Broken. The good thing in the game is probably music. And that's why it's not 0 out of 10, it's 0.2 or 0.3 out of 10 because of the music. And it has voice acting. Everything is voice acted. Okay, and that's why it's not 0 out of 10. Look at him, he's holding the block, I'm not touching a thing. What can I say? And there's nothing else left to say. This is like... I haven't played something stupid like this in a decade. And I played thousands of games. It's over the top how stupid it is. Over the top, okay? Now, is there a good game behind all of this that I said? Maybe, if they gonna spend like 2 more years to polish the game out, to make something happening in all of these huge areas, to fix hitboxes, to fix the AI. Every segment needs a fix, and even when all it's fixed, it can go above 4 or 5 out of 10 in its perfect state. Right now it's 0.2, 0.3 out of 10. It was fun in terms of it was funny at the start. Now it's irritating after 3 hours. I don't want to see anything else, okay? It's irritating now. Look how he holds a weapon. Avoid like plague. Okay, this is a cash grab. It had brutal cinematics for the advertising to sell the game. It had really good trailers. When I seen trailers, I was like, okay, maybe it's gonna be a solid Souls-like. Bloody hell, it's disgusting. If there are fraud trailers, then it's for this game. Easily. Freaking cash grab, man. $30. Unreal. That's all I gotta say about the Bleak Faith. Forsake it. It doesn't exist. It never happened. I wanna forget about the game as fast as I can. It's bleak. Yeah. Can I get a refund? There is no need for it. I got it for free. People,